Hey everybody, it's Richard, and welcome to Doseofrich, bitch! And we are back at it again for another Richspiration. So, yes, I'm rocking the Goku geek because I'm a Dragon Ball Z nerd, but more to the point of this video, and basically the title of it, is to basically be a kid again, you know? I repeat, be a kid again. Everybody has those days where, you were a kid, you were having fun, and you really didn't think about shit. You really didn't think about, what really, if a girl rejected you or not. You really didn't think about the past, about what shit you fucked up on, or you really didn't think about the future either. You were just there. You were just chilling, eating, you crapping your pants. You were doing a lot of stuff when you were a kid. And I think that's so important, especially for this generation, because I feel like we're so distracted. We don't live in the present moment, and that's one thing kids are just experts in. Kids, they just do whatever they want, and they just believe in that present moment because at that moment, everything just feels fine to them. We as adults, we like to think, I don't think about the past or the future. But we all do. We all have these doubts and fears and tendencies. Me, with my plight, what's going on right now is that, even I think about the past and the future, and I think about some of the things I did wrong, and the horrible things I had to, go through. Not saying that my plight is as bad as others, but me personally, the challenges I went through. Everybody has their own demons, It's just a matter about how much emphasis you would place on that one specific demon, and then you forget who you are entirely, because we often like to put a magnifying glass on our problems, just expand while not looking at the bigger picture. That's one thing kids are just amazing at. They're good at just being present, being at the moment. And here's the thing about being present. When you're present, since you're not thinking about the past or the future, you're just there in the moment. Which is why you're more loose, you're more there. People, when you communicate with girls even, you're just more in the moment. People, I know this isn't a pickup video or anything like that, but people, when guys actually talk to girls and they're like, they're in their mind or whatnot, they can't think of what to say because they're not in the present moment. They think about, what if she's rejected me? Something happened in the future, or I've already got rejected by 10 other girls, which is the past. So we keep on having these doubts and fears, and then we never get anywhere, and then shit just blows up in our face. It happens to so many of us, and it even happens to me, obviously. But I'm learning how important it is because I have a new job, right? My new job is neurocognitive science. Kids everywhere, and I have to say, the energy a kid gives is just incredible. I can't even describe. I honestly believe that kids are closer to God because they literally just came from heaven. Because with the personality that they have, the cheeriness they bring, they're just right there in the moment. And each one of us can learn from that. Because, we don't forgive ourselves as much. We like to look at our flaws and say, this is me. And we like to just forget about whatever we are. But kids, they fall down like 10, 20, 30 times. You probably heard this saying before, but kids fall down multiple times before they know how to walk, and they don't say, this isn't for me. They keep on going. Which is why so many successful people have this somewhat childlike mentality, because they keep on going no matter what. Children go no matter what. Yes, they aren't aware of the risks, but they go no matter what because they believe in that same moment. And I'm not saying for you to be totally childlike and fuck everything. The real challenge of being a self-actualized person, in my opinion, is to keep that childlike mentality. Not being childish, but childlike is a difference. Childish is acting like a child and being annoying, doing all these other things, but being childlike is acting like a child. What would that child do in this moment? Laughing, having joy. I live in fucking New York. How many people you see smiling on a daily basis? We go into work, jobs we don't like, we hate this shit. We post shit on Instagram to get instant gratification. We think about the future, we think about the past, we think about how much likes we can get, all this glorified shit, which really doesn't get us happiness on the inside, because these are all external features. And I want to touch on something extremely deep here. With children, the happiness is in themselves. They're just happy. They don't need anything. They're just happy because, yes, the road is due to them and the children, but they're just happy because I bet you if you ask a child what makes them happy, they're going to say something like, I bagged like 10 chicks, or I got a new car. I bet you most likely they'll say the simple things, like, I'm happy I'm seeing my mom today. I'm happy I'm going to school. Most of us hate school, about that, the simple things children are happy about, and we have to have that same mentality. We have to be as grateful as they are, and we have to be as happy as they are, because that's the true challenge. Life gets us down so much, and we don't forgive ourselves. I know how it feels to not forgive yourself, because I went through some shit where, and I still go through to this day, to an extent where it's hard to forgive yourself. And children, the thing about children is that they're so loving, they're forgiving, they just move on from your flaws and they love you regardless. We need to have that love for ourselves. If children could be happy with just being with their mom and just going to school, imagine what we as adults could be happy for, but we want a lot of stuff. Which is why I see the real challenge is keeping that mentality when you're a grown woman or a grown man, because it's amazing what you can learn from these children. And this new job I have, neuroscience, is fairly new to me, and it's quite amazing. The children, the energy, the vibe that these kids give really inspire me and really make you into more natural and more free of a person. They make you more friendly, more likable. Your eyes open, your mentality just opens up more. So I would like to say, be a fucking kid again. You have to. You need to. If you want to be a happier person, if you're tired of shitting on yourself, calling yourself bad remarks, calling yourself bad names. I do that too. I used to do that a lot more. Now I don't do that anymore, because you have to have a sense of self-respect for yourself and love for yourself and self-love to keep on going. We as adults have guilt. Children don't even have that as much. They do something bad. Of course they feel shame, but they don't really grasp it as tightly as we do. Now, granted, the problems are bigger, obviously, because we're adults, but it doesn't mean we can't have the same satisfaction as we did when we were kids. And I always try to look back of the kid self in me and see what would my kid self to me say to me today. What would he see myself of? I'm not telling you to be like a perfect version of yourself. Become the greatest version of yourself, but I want you to keep that kid part inside, because that kid part is the most important part of your self-development. It's so important because your child is just infinitely loving, forgiving. There's so much things as a child has that we just lose as we become an adult. And if we just keep those core concepts, like these simple concepts, like believe in yourself, love each other, it just gets lost in politics and all this other shit I can't get into right now. Like, if everything in the world is going on, and we throw that shit out the window because we think there's a benefit. But when we're a child, we look at another person with different skin color, and they love each other. And it's sad we came to that today with everything that's going on. I'm just grateful to have an environment, have a family and friends that love me so much. I feel extremely lucky and blessed because people don't have this shit. So I want to first say, look for happiness inside of you. You can find it in your friends, family, and other people, but you will never have it permanently because it's not inside of you. If it's inside of you, you have a unlimited reservoir of self-love. If you look for happiness, love in another person, you'll have it. Well, if they shit on you, what if your girlfriend leaves next week after another guy? What if your family, passes, God forbid. They always love you, but granted, some things are temporary. You have to be your own biggest hero. You have to love yourself the most. And you have to activate that inner child, that inner joy, because it's a fucking dark world, man. And we just need to focus on this, on the positive, while also looking at the negative also. That's the challenge as an adult. But I feel like if you just keep that child in you, if you keep those core concepts of love and all these other forgiving things, you will be so much more freer. This is where meditation comes from. Meditation is all about being in the present moment. Which kids are expert at because they just learning shit. They don't think about anything but the present and what's here and now. They just think about, hey, I'm just gonna have fun. You don't give a fuck. They just do what they do and they just leave. So I say this again, be more of a kid, man. I'm not telling you to change your personality or anything. I'm just saying be more of a kid, be more present in the moment, be happy, be loving. Because when you work at where I work, you see how kids act, see how adults act. It's totally different. We all fuck up, man. It's human nature. You're gonna fuck up. I'm gonna fuck up a lot more times. We all have things. We have horrible things that we think nobody ever goes through. But I guarantee you, everybody has went for what you went through. I don't care how bad it is, because I've went through some extremely bad shit. I'm only 21. I'm not saying my plot is as bad as yours, as I say again. But I just want you to know that you need to keep that concept. You need to keep it because you deserve to be happy. You deserve to be happy. You're not the only one I bet you, if you type them on Google your problems, there's thousands of people that have the same fucking problem as you, man. I know you can do it. I know you can do it. I know you have the heart to forgive yourself, to love yourself. Do that, because that's what kids do. Kids spread that joy onto people. And that's why people, when they look at kids, they get so happy and inspired, because we used to be like that, but we're still like that in a way. We just have to access it and spread that joy around. So, that's all I want to say for this respiration. Putting that shit straight to the fucking point. And I wish you guys the best. I'm having really fun making these videos. I'm getting really into it. I'm going Super Saiyan with this fucking vocal key, but thank you yet again. Subscribe, Richspiration, Doseofrich. Check out my YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Making the shit worldwide. And God bless you all for the following. I hope you have a blessed day. And stay up.